Hello, my daisies, and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Olivia, and it's so good to see you. Tonight, I just want to chitty chat with you. I want to talk about the self-trust that we have to find within ourselves after like a series of heartbreaks or hurts. Now, take this how it resonates. It could be romantic, it could be platonic, it could be a job, career, situation. Anything that was a continuous, repeated pattern that you found yourself in, with whether that be with people or jobs. And we get to a point in our healing journey when we really want to like almost put a cage around our heart, because, and it's not because we don't want to love, and it's not because we don't want to show up for people, but it's because you possibly told yourself in the past that like I'm not going to make this same choice again, and you found yourself this most recent last time in that cycle again, and now you have this state of like, I really don't know if I'll ever be able to trust myself to not choose those kinds of people or those places again. And I'm here to remind you that think of the person who you were in the beginning of, say, your last relationship or last job or whatever situation this resonates for you. Maybe you had, you were familiar with some red flags, and all you knew was you didn't want to repeat something again. And you were scared to step into whatever the situation was for you. But that's all you had, really. Because you were at the beginning of really starting to even see that there was an issue. Who you are today, my love, you have like an encyclopedia of wisdom now. You have learned lessons and pattern recognition and all these tools so that you can protect yourself and guide yourself through your life. You have so much more understanding now than you did then. You see the red flags. You see manipulation in people. You see the hotheads underneath, the cool exterior. You see people for what they are. But the thing is, when it comes to that one thing you want, maybe, you're like, I'm going to screw it up again. I know it. And I'm just here to remind you that you've come so far and you've learned so much. And I don't want you to beat up yourself about this. I want you to be soft with yourself. I want you to hold compassion with yourself while you're moving through this. I want you to be kinder to yourself, okay? Because when you do step out next time, take it slow. All right? If you have a fear or you're unsure, just move slow. Because if anything is divinely sent to you, sent by God to you for you, it's not going anywhere. And it also doesn't mind waiting for you either. To a degree. You understand what I'm saying? Because in the past you possibly rushed into things. You got excited, you got pulled in, you were like, yeah, we're gonna go, let's make it happen, let's let's roll into it. And then before you know it, you wake up one day and you find yourself in the middle of something that looks very familiar. And you're like, how did I get here again? And it just meant that the lesson wasn't learned yet. It was such a deep lesson, a deep wound for you to heal, that it took as many times as it took, okay? But who you were last time and who you are today, you have so much more information, understanding, emotional intelligence, emotional maturity. And I just want to invite you to take your time. Okay? If you're unsure about something, sit with it. You know, you don't have to move at rapid speed. Take your time. That's where your boundaries come in again now. You know, you learn how to make those. You have those. You didn't have those before. You know, you didn't have the communication to even set a boundary. You know, you have a toolbox to help guide and protect you in this next phase of your life, because the messages that have been coming through, you know, you're moving towards a better, more expansive version of your life. You know, you're stepping into a different energy. You're different. And if you look at the world as energetic, you know, what you put out comes back. So if you're at a more peaceful place, a more grounded place, a calmer place, you know, your nervous system is learning how to breathe, you're gonna align with people and places that match you. And I'm not saying that the wrong kind of energies, the wrong kind of people won't come into your space, but now you have the discernment to clock them at the door, and you're like, sorry, you can't come in here. So I want you to have compassion with yourself right now. I want you to take a deep breath too. Because we're our own worst enemy, and we will beat ourselves up, and then on top of it, we'll take our own happiness away, because we're like, well, I'm never not gonna make a bad choice again, and I'm not gonna be able to get what I want, and we then block ourselves from the potential of even really getting what we want, or moving towards what we want, whatever that is for you. And I know that it's scary. I know that it's frightening. Because you've done so much work to heal so much within you, and the last thing you want to do is go backwards. I just wanted to remind you that you've learned so much, and you have so much more at your disposal now, and just be kind to yourself, okay? However long it takes you to, you know, move towards something that is in this direction, just be kind to yourself within that time, because there's no reason to beat yourself up. All right? Other people have been beating you up for a long time. You don't need to be one of them too. It's all right. Okay? There's no rush. Get steady in yourself. Feel sturdy. You know so much more than you give yourself credit for. And I just wanted to remind you of that. Okay? I did have a channeled song that came through while I was on my way home from work, and it's The Best by Tina Turner. And that's such a bop, first of all. And you're the best, okay? I think you're the best. And when you know that you're the best, you will find the best in whatever avenue of your life. Okay? Because again, you exist. What matches you exists. I want you to trust that. And trust is hard. Trust is really hard. especially when it's been broken so many times, and it's having faith in something you can't see right away. But just to follow your heart. You know, you're precious. Find things that make you feel precious. You know, move towards things that make your heart feel safe, that make you, you're able to soften into, that make you feel like you can rest, you can relax, like you're not on guard, okay? That's how you know. The places and the people that allow you to breathe, so you don't have to be aware of everything going on all the time. That's your nervous system on overload, and we don't do that anymore either. But okay, our poor little nervous system's just like fried. Trust in the things that feel soft, calm, steady. Okay? Because someone could say, I love you. Someone could say, here's this much money, you know? Listen to your body. How does your body feel in the presence of that person or thing? You know, if you feel on guard and your chest is tight and they make you jump, run away. Okay? But if it makes you feel safe and seen and like it's a soft place to land, that is a good indication that you're on the right path. Okay? Just be kinder to yourself. Seriously. You don't have to make a decision today, so just be kinder to yourself while you move through this energy, these emotions, this feeling. Because it is a big deal. Who you allow into your life is a big deal. Because it affects everything for you. You know, the thing, you know, your mental clutter, your daily routines, you know, the people that we bring in determines how much chaos is around us, is within us. And you know this. And as much as I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to me too. Because I'm in the same boat. It's really hard to know that you're going to be able to hold yourself up, that you're going to be able to make the right choice for yourself and not end up back there again. I get it. I see you. I understand. There's no clock. So just breathe. Remember all you've learned. And you're not that person anymore. You're a different person. You've elevated, you've learned. And you've integrated. You've integrated this learning into your life too. So know that you got you. Know that you'll know. You got you, okay? And I got you too. You're going to be all right. Okay? And if anything does come in, like I said before, that isn't aligned, you're going to know it. You're going to see it right away. It's not going to take as long as it took last time. Okay? I love you beyond this world. All right, so now go get in your jammies, go get a cup of tea or something, and go watch a good movie and get a snack. All right? And just be kinder to yourself. There's enough hate in this world. You don't need to be hating on you too. Okay? I love you. And I will see you in the next one.